Welcome to the Ecological Replenishment mod. Now, this is a bit of a newer mod. For this mod, imagine evolution, right? We take evolution, we're like, what if this happens, right? And we make something with that, but we'll put it in Minecraft. And we got a crazy looking monsters, or rather, creatures, with a hint of fantasy, and also some new biomes to match with them, of course. You can also raise some of these creatures as your pets, and we're gonna get into it. Now, I have so graciously built everyone here a great enclosure, right? Let's get to it. Now, excuse my giant overgrown lizard over there. He can get bigger. He will be on the sidelines joining us for this smart review. Now, in basic, these are some of the creatures it adds. It adds now these little critters here burrow in the sand and they come out and attack anything that's in their path. And I believe they're called yes, Takashi. Gladiuses. They're currently at 1 HP because I believe they're hungry and they're dying of hunger. Yeah, all the mobs here, they have a hunger meter. So if they don't eat, they're just gonna end up dying. And there we go. Oh ah, they killed those. All right, note to self: these guys have a large AOE, and they will kill themselves anytime they need to go eat. I think it's not hungry anymore. So, oh, there you go, killed something. Okay, so there's a good variety of food that's in the mod pack. There's ones from the creatures, obviously, but there's also ones that you use to create to feed them, and also possibly tame some of them. Now, there's like a lot of food in here. Like for example, the land animals, right? They got all these parts from them that you can I believe eat them. Currently, I believe there isn't a way you could use these yet, but I might be wrong. But some of the other foods the fish will like the fish will the aquatic creatures will drop are these ones that you can use to make a fillet, which is like I said, those aquatic creatures can make fillets and use fillets to make feeds. Now, feeds are very important, right? There is fish feed and there's meat feed. Meat feed, obviously, any raw meat, if it has raw in its name, it can be used, meaning your auntie, can be used right here, okay? And we got a variety of feed. We got, worm feed, which is kind of disgusting. Vegetable feed for your vegans out there. We got fish feed, obviously. Meat feed, obviously. We got fruit feed for any for I guess like lizard looking thingies. Well, you're kind of a lizard, aren't you, Fred? But you don't like it. You like fish. Weird ass dude. And we also got hay feed. Now, if you want to feed the monsters, you could either check the wiki just to see which monster eats, or you go up to them, right click them with the food, and see if it's like, oh, but if it's the wrong food, it'll tell you it's the wrong food. Onwards to more fishes. We got this dude over here. Look at the bear look. We got the Perkidius. We also got this worm guy. There's more fish in here, but they kind of died of hunger. So yeah, keep that in mind if if you do want to keep these guys as pets. If you want to keep these guys as pets, you're gonna have to feed them, and they will die. So be very careful at storing these guys as pets. But on the bright side, if you get a giant bucket or like a small bucket, depends on the fish, you can have them. You can put them in a bucket and easy transport them. So that is even like this guy over here. You can put him in a giant bucket and you can carry home and make an aquarium for him. But remember, you need to feed them. Okay. Also, all right. So you did not just take a shit right there, dog. Well, yeah, the monsters can take a shit, so you're gonna have to clean up after them. But anyways, we got these guys in here. There are more, but they kind of died out. But we got the aquicorns. Yeah, this mod has some very scientific names, but again, it's a scientific name, so you pronouncing this ain't the best. But we got some fishes in here. We got this guy over here. These like swordfish looking dudes. And then also the Succominus. These are obviously carnivores, right? They can also survive on land, and they will attack stuff on land, like this one over here. If I put a cow in there, he will try to kill that cow. Nice looking monsters. They're obviously more than what's here. Some like smaller fish as well, but I'm gonna leave that for you guys to figure out. Okay, you guys can explore the mod pack on your own pace and see what else creatures are in there. We're gonna creative world. Just lay them all on the ground, and they all have their own drops. Rude. They all have their own drops, and you can use it to make fish fillets. Okay, so on to some of the land animals. We got the savers. These guys are a force to be reckoned with. If you get too close to them, they will eat you, even if they're not hungry. And they also will proc resistance on themselves to take less damage. So you can have one as your own pet, but you obviously gonna need an egg for that because you can tame a fully grown animal. All right, it's not like humans where you can just get an adult male given video games and just be like, yo, you're staying here now. So you will need to find a baby and also feed that baby. All right, so yeah, that's the Savis. That's one of the animals here, and you can ride them once it's fully tamed, obviously. And speaking of taming, we got some eggs. Oh, like a lot of the land animals. Some of the animals have lay eggs. Some of them don't lay eggs, right? So some that do. This guy lays an egg. That's his. And once you break the nest, you get some eggs, and you can now get your own special animal. But there are steps to it, of course. Now there is one more nest that isn't here, but I'll show that one a little bit later. And once you get an egg, you take that egg, make an artificial nest. And to make an artificial nest, you just need hay, some sticks, and wheat. And you put the egg in there, and you wait, give it a bit of time, and eventually it'll hatch. And once you need to be there for a specific time to the hatching process for it to get adjusted to you, and you need to feed them. Some creatures have long, like, growing stages. Some are short, right? Usually the longer ones are like better animals, so they have like some good potential right there. And there's an example of one of the. This is the swamp dragon. That's a juvenile one. They take fish feed, and there's also this guy here. This one's an adult. It's a bigger version of that one small one I showed earlier. Here they take fruit feed, but I believe you can only tame these guys once they're younger. But the process might be different from the rest, because I tried tame the small one. It just took the food and went about its day, so I'm not sure where that one goes. Or maybe just not fully implemented. No. Some other things that it adds in are also weapons, because you can't have a mod like this without weapons. We got a dragon claw harpoon, which is from the swamp dragon, or the bigger swamp dragon, which is the say it with me now, class. Longirostrius. Longnostrius. Oh, and this is how this thing looks like. It's a massive thing. It also can drop an egg once you kill it. It has a pretty sizable chunk of HP. We also got a Aconthidai sword. And from the Aconthidai, that's one of the fishes there. And another tool we have is the dragon bone flute that you use to make your pet come to you. And we have also a better version of it, the soul flute, which is once you bind them with another soul tool, you can use that. And a soul tool basically makes it so if they die, they can come back, right? Now, keep in mind, if you soul bond an animal, you can't put them in a bucket. So, no buckets. You can only summon them through this, like, the soul flute, and you can store them in the soul flute. Now, once you have your pet, obviously you want to ride them. So, the swamp dragon you can ride. There's another animal, land animal that you can also ride. You can ride Aquaricorn. So that means you can probably still tame them. I just have to figure out how to tame them. Maybe I'll do a video on how to tame them. So let me know. Let me know if you guys want that. And also we got the big Saviors over there. You can get a saddle for it and ride it. Now, we also have a mountain gear that will give you benefits. Some is it's pretty simple. Catch more fish, right? Then some is damage increase. Also some this makes you not get knocked down. wouldn't be in mountains. So if you take attack, they can't directly attack you. They will just have to attack your mount. And some other small stuff that's also shown in the wiki what else it does. And some of the other stuff it adds is a giant bucket. That obviously is for carries more water, and you can also store bigger animals. And for the giant bucket, it's 4 blocks of iron and a singular bucket. And also we got the soul cube gift, which is used for all the soul shenanigans. You get it from this thing. And that's how you soul bind an animal. And yeah. And one of the other nests that our friend so effortlessly laid over here is the Formis. Has the nest over here. This is all natural, but I did not put this here. And here is the swamp dragon. Look at her in all her mighty, long and has a long ass snout. They have a variety of colors, and yep, look, you just saw her got a kill. Nice. So pretty big animal. She has around like 181 HP. Um, they probably might have some of them might grow with like bigger HP. Because you can see, my own swamp dragon has more HP than this one, so I'm pretty sure there's a chance for them to get this higher HP threshold. And they will also randomly just lay eggs. Oh, hello there. Here's a sneak peek of another animal that can spawn. This is like a cougar. So stay away from apple beets. With that, look out for that one. It's just we have the analumatum. Alumatum over here. And it's scared of you real bad. So have fun trying to survive that. Have fun trying to catch up with that thing. Next, we got this guy over here, who is oh, he's not aggressive. But if you do attack them, they are aggressive and they deal a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. And as you can see, I'm wearing full netherite armor. Full netherite. And he's still doing that much damage. So these guys are definitely a thing you fight at range, or you probably want to build a little bit up at an elevated advantage and attack it from there. But yeah, these things are beefy. They're beefy. And for the swamp dragon over here, let me grab these just to be safe. And let's use this sword because we're gonna be there if we use a diamond sword. But yeah, these guys are, they'll go straight for you. And as you can see, they deal a lot of damage. These things deal a lot of damage. This is one thing about this mod. They'll deal a lot of damage. So you're gonna have to be stacked with those enchantments and like really powerful gear to fight these things, because they do not take it easy on you. So if anything, probably $1 additional mods that make you a bit more stronger. And just like try and you're probably gonna have to cheat some of these monsters, to be honest. They're really powerful. And they do not go take it easy on you. But to be fair, once you do have an animal, you can just ride them and get on gear that won't make you take direct damage, and use those animals to fight other animals. So generally early game for this mod, you'd want to make your way to try steal a couple eggs and then grow that animal, and then use that animal to fight other ones because they deal a good amount of the high chunk damage. So yeah, that's one thing to be wary of. These animals, they don't